What do you mean? Like, let me just show you.
No, don't
Time,
do it!
Luke! Oh.
What is up, Saturn System? Hope you beautiful people are enjoying another wonderful day in paradise. My name is Saturn Cycle, and welcome back to the Pokemon LeafGreen Extreme Master Quest. Last time, Thanos snapped half of our Pokédex out of existence, and what did we do immediately after that? Catch more Pokemon. We stocked back up, so now we have even more than we lost, so I guess it balances out. We got a couple of decent takeaways from that. We got a Celebi, we got a Gyarados. Those were the two notable ones. We have a ton of them that have room to evolve. I'm not planning to train any of them right now. I'll probably train them after this session over the course of the week, and then just show you guys what they've turned into. So let's go ahead and not waste any time. Pull up our spinner. See what the game gives us today. What are you blessing us with, game? Individualist. We know what Individualist does, so there's no need to he and ha about what's going on. Basically, for those of you who don't know, we cannot have any overlapping typings on our team. Let me start the timer. So for this whole episode, we have to be very careful about who's on our team. So we have a Psychic type. One of you has to go. Let's go do this in the PC, so it's just easier to do things. I feel like I'm gonna bench Guilty right now. Because, for now, not right now. Well, I guess both terms work. I'm gonna bench Guilty for now, because Master does the same things as Guilty, but tiny bit better. So let's see who's on our team. So, Psychic, Dark and Electric, Ghost, Rock Grass, Ground Ice. Wow, so literally our only overlapping typings were these two. That's actually pretty legit. I don't want to put anyone else on our team right now. You wouldn't be able to be placed because Brandon's Ice. Fighting Steel, Psychic Flying, Grass Fight. A lot of overlapping types here. I don't want to put anyone else on our team right now because David and Goliath is in the spinner again, and that could really ruin a potentially good Pokemon. So, no overlapping typings. We're going to head over to Saffron, and we are going to try to get our hands on that static in the dojo. And then after that, we're going to go right into Silphco. Silphco might take us 2 episodes. And then maybe next week, maybe Monday, we'll be starting Sabrina's gym. I forgot how weird and wonky the middle of this game is, where it's like you hit your first 4 gyms, and then when those gyms are done, there's a whole section where you're just kind of doing side stuff, which I don't mind. We are so slow, and that's really going to come back to haunt us later. Okay, I can see where you're coming from, Azurill, you cute little bastard. But, I can do that too. Yeah, I know he's asleep. That's incredible. Your life force is so tasty. I apologize. I will never do that again. What does that say about you, though? Master sitting here, you call that Azurill a meal? It's raw. He said it like a Gordon Ramsay. That's what the Master in his name is. It stands for. It's Master Chef. Ah, that would have been great to tag on there. Master Chef Ramsay. I low-key really love Gordon Ramsay. It's really entertaining to watch him yell at adults. That was a crit. Are you gonna wake up? No, you're cool. It's entertaining to watch him yell at adults in like Hell's Kitchen or Kitchen Nightmares, anything like that. But, yikes, I think. Is this going to be a yikes moment? Oh god, it's a yikes moment. It's a yikes moment. Yeah, just don't have like arena trap or anything, please. Or pursuit, that would have been bad too. You have ancient power as well, huh? Haha. But what really gets me about Gordon Ramsay is I love watching him interact with children. I feel like I've gone over this before. But he's really sweet when it comes to children because the children are learning, like they're in the process of mastering their craft. The adults he yells at are people that claim to know what they're doing. Hey, it's, master, I guess you would be apprentice because you're not quite a master. Corefish. I'm not a big fan of Corefish or Crawdon, but in an extreme master quest, can't really turn up your nose at any Pokemon, especially when you have Pokemon dying left and right from challenges, like 5 at a time in the last episode. Like, Jesus, what? Come on. We're gonna go heal like a smart person. Also, isn't me, or does it seem like everyone's suddenly doing Master Mode challenges now? It's a little irksome. I'm just like... Well, I say irksome, but it's not like I own Master Modes or anything. All I did was take a Master Mode and put my own spin on it. But it's just weird. Doesn't it seem like whenever you start playing a game, and you're like, this series is going to be great, it's like a ton of other people start playing the same game as you? It's so weird. Or if they're not playing the same game, they're doing the same kind of thing you're doing, but like a watered down version. And that's not taking any shots at anyone, because if I wanted to take shots, I could take shots all day. Like, I'm not afraid to call names. I'm just not, petty. And these people have not wronged me in any way, so there's no reason to call names. But, I don't know. It's weird to me. It never fails. Which is why I try to do things differently. At the same time, I'm kind of one of those people right now where I'm like, there's no one doing exactly what I'm doing, so I'm actually kind of better than you guys right now. And that sounds conceited, but look at it. Of all the people, of all the Poketubers you know right now, oh, you've got your own. And you're gonna be faster than me. Oh no, you're not, dork. But of all the Poketubers that you know right now, especially the ones that are doing Master Modes, are any of them doing them with my level of difficulty? And that's not me trying to pat myself on the back, that's just me being like, you guys are just going through the motions. We're gonna have to go for Super Fang, because we're not hurting this thing. It's like, you guys are just going through the motions. Like, at this point, if you're not gonna like go balls to the wall with difficulty, why are you even here? Right? I mean, is that just me? Does that make me like a douchebag to say it like that? Because I'm like, everyone's like, oh, and guess what? Trainer levels have been boosted 20%. It's like, ooh, 20 whole percent. So if it's a level 10 Pokemon, it's going to be a level 12 Pokemon? Wow, what a challenge. That's the way I see it, because I'm kind of a dick like that sometimes. Aw, you have Poison Tail, come on. That's not cool. Put it to sleep! We can't. Haha. But yeah, that's just me. It sounds really elitist, but when you're in the middle, like, say you do something that you know is of a high difficulty level, whether you set the bar yourself, or you just know for a fact that it's a difficult task to complete, or a difficult achievement to get your hands on. If you see someone doing the same thing as you, but like a watered down version that's easier, it does kind of make you feel superior to them in terms of like what you're doing. Like, if you compare your two things, not that you should compare your content to anyone else's, But it's like, can you really call yourself like a master mode master if you're going with like damn near the bare minimum for level boost and you're not doing anything else to challenge yourself? It's like, because if you're going to do a master mode, make it difficult. You know, don't just go through the motions to say you've beaten a master mode. You go through the motion. Don't go through the motions. Do everything you can to make that as difficult as humanly possible. Boost the levels to maximum. Randomize everything. Stack your challenges. Don't have like one challenge per episode or one challenge every 10 minutes. Like, stack your challenges. Make it so that when you come out on top of that challenge, you feel like a master. I don't really like Manectric. Bayleaf does evolve, but it could evolve into something terrible. So you know what? I'm gonna let you guys vote on that. Bayleaf or Manectric. That's up to you guys. I will go back for those, I guess, on next Monday. Because, you know what? You know what? What I'm going to do is, I'm not going to record the episode 18 for this week, so that you guys have a little bit of time to vote. I will record and edit episode 18 on Thursday. Yeah, let's definitely heal before we go into Silph Co. So that you guys can give me your opinions, whether it's if you're leaning towards Bayleaf or Manectric. That gives me time to train up more people. So if either one of those Pokemon suck, and I can train them over the weekend. But yeah, that's my little rant about master modes and like the nature of difficult challenges. Like, that'd be like if you do a no-hit Dark Souls run and then you get hit at the 90% mark and you're just like, you know what, I'm already almost here, I might as well finish the game. It's like, no, you've lost. You have to start over. That's why when I was doing my One Life to Lose challenge for Dark Souls, that's why I didn't be like, oh, this doesn't count, this doesn't count. As soon as I lost, the challenge was over. I switched to a normal playthrough. But that's just me. That's just how I look at challenges. Like, I'm either going to do it to it, or I'm going to leave it alone. Because you don't really get bragging rights. Oh, right, it's this nonsense. We also have to spin up a new challenge. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's go! What you got for me? Time loop! I'm gonna leave that on there until I read this. Where's time loop? Ignore this challenge if it is not your first challenge of the episode. I'm reading the description for time loop. And I don't think the chances of us getting this as our first challenge are high, which is why I'm going to leave it on the list, and we are going to do it right now. So ignoring the first sentence, save your game. Every 5 minutes, regardless of progress, you must reload your save. You cannot save again until this challenge has ended. That's a double-edged sword, because it could work in our favor if someone goes down, and at the same time, we're basically... Whatever, let's just start the freaking timer and save real quick. Freaking 23 hours. Okay, so we're basically doing a whole bunch of nothing. Every 5 minutes I have to... I should have just done a save state. Oh my god, it would be so much easier to just do a save state. So you know what, I'm gonna do that right now. Give me just a second, guys. Okay, so I reloaded my save, made a save state, restarted the timer. Let's go! So what I was saying, you don't get bragging rights. You don't get to pat yourself on the back for doing a watered down version of an otherwise difficult challenge. That's not how it works. It's gonna do a decent amount of damage. Yeah. Like, that's not how it works. Come on. Come on. I don't need my Lodic giving me a rough time right now. we're basically giving up this experience too. But maybe that's just me being a super elitist, because that's just how I feel personally. It may not reflect how you feel. This is just me using my platform to tell you guys what I'm feeling. Why do you keep missing one of your easiest attacks, buddy? Soda, are you salty with me about what I'm saying? I'm really critical of other people's nuzlocks because I'm not that I'm better than anyone. I mean, I'm better than some people, but that's just by way of actual like numbers, like wins. Like naturally, I'm better at nuzlocks than someone that hasn't won a single nuzlocke. Those are just stats. I don't mean like I'm better in the more metaphorical way, you know. That'd be a little hoity-toity of me, and I'm not like that. But I'm really critical of other people's nuzlocke sometimes, especially if they don't really stick to the rules, or if they're caught in a situation where they're like, oh, the rules suck for me right here, so I'm gonna think of some BS excuse for why I'm not gonna apply this rule to me right now. And it's like, but no, the rules apply. You can't just... You've invalidated the integrity of your run if you BS like that. Which is why I feel like master modes should be as difficult as you can make them. Because if they're not as difficult as you can make them, you've undermined the integrity of the challenge. At that point, it's not a master mode. At that point, it's a... I guess I'm kind of looking for a challenge mode. It's not anything where it's like, when you come out on one end victorious, you know, people can be like, yeah, that was a hard challenge. Like, I don't even know if I can make it through that challenge. And it sounds really elitist. I know it does, and I'm so sorry. But at the same time, you know I'm right. If you go to school, right? If you go to school and you get an A on... If you get an A on your final exam, but you cheated, or someone gave you some of the answers, did you really get an A? Did you really? I think the answer is no there, sonny boy. That's how I view this. It's probably just because I don't know. I just like to preserve the integrity of challenges, because it's not a challenge if you dumb it down so that you can actually compete. Look at how many setbacks I've had. Look at my death count right now. I've never had this many dead Pokemon in one run. And most of it has been challenges and bad luck. But you know what? I just kept pressing on. Because that's how you're supposed to play. You're supposed to take the punches and roll with them and be like, okay, I got wrecked last episode, but I just gotta keep my focus, I just gotta keep doing what I'm doing. And you just keep moving. But you don't get that same feeling. I like to compare... I know I sound really hoity-toity right now, and I'm mostly apologetic, but at the same time, given how far I've gotten into this one series, I've earned it. So, I like to compare it to Dark Souls in the sense that Dark Souls isn't for everyone, of course, right? And it's a frustrating game. Especially for new players. If you've never tried it before, it's frustrating as all hell. But that's the point. Like, the frustration is what makes the victory feel so much better, right? Like, if you... I have no idea what Pokemon's coming out. If you go into Dark Souls and you have a sword that does 10,000 damage per hit, or you have a spell that does, 999,000 damage per casting, you're going to one-shot everything, and at that point, it's not a challenge. And if it's not a challenge, is it worth doing? Like, is it worth saying, oh, I beat Dark Souls because I used a sword that basically turned me into Saitama for One Punch Man? Like, at that point, like, no one's going to be like, oh, that was awesome, how'd you do that? They're going to be like, wow, it doesn't sound that hard. I mean, I can do that in my sleep. And that's what this feels like to me. When people don't take master modes and give the challenges or the difficulty level the respect it deserves. It's like, when I first heard about master modes, I was really intrigued, right? And I was like, oh, you're going to boost the levels. How much are you going to boost the levels? It's time to... time loop. Whoa, we traveled back in time. Which means we gotta fight these dicks again. You know what? I'm going upstairs. Nah, we might as well clear them for the experience. What the hell was I saying before we time looped? I feel like I reset my brain too. Oh my god. That's not how that was supposed to go. So Soda was having a little trouble with this one. So we're gonna growth hormones. What the hell was I saying? I legit forgot what I was saying when I started the freaking save state again. Oh my god. So that's the thing. I legit don't remember where I was going with what I was saying. Oh, okay, I remember. You're not gonna get the better of me today, brain. So basically what I was saying was, when I first discovered what master modes were, I was like, that sounds really cool. You take an already fun Pokemon gameplay format and you make it even more challenging. Okay, I'm with that, you got me. And then you're like, oh, okay, so you add challenges. Cool, cool. Oh, so you also boost levels. Even more cool. And then you find out that the challenges don't stack. They replace one another. And that the level boosts are only 20%. And you don't have to be a math magician to understand that 20% doesn't matter until way later in the game. So aside from early game stuff, let's just go for Rapid Spin. Aside from early game stuff, the level boost doesn't matter. Like aside from early game challenges that you get from your spinner, level boost does not matter at all for the first, I want to say like 60% of the game. Because 20% of 7 is not much. It's not much, you know. 20% of 15, still not much. 20% of 40, marginally better, still not much. You feel me? That's why I was like, you know what? 50%. I haven't seen a single person do 50%, probably because they're not out of their goddamn minds, but let's do it. So early game, it already matters because 50% of 10 is 15. Well, 50... Jesus, that's not correct math. I said that in a weird way. I meant to say that 50% on top of 10 is 15. And that matters early game. That makes Brock's Gym a legitimate threat early game for a nuzlocke. 20%? It's like getting punched by a baby fist, but the baby fist might have some additional dull spikes on it, but it's still a baby's fist, you know? Like, babies don't hit hard, so it's like, oh, that's a nice power glove you got there, kiddo. Oh, you got me. I guess I'm it. Oh, you better go hide. I'm talking a lot of crap right now. I'm in my bag today. Again, I'm not calling any particular people out because everyone does things at their own pace in their own way. I personally like difficulty, which is why I try to find ways to either interact with you guys when I do nuzlocks, or, you know, do other stuff, I guess. Try to make it hard. But that's just me. That's just me. Okay, do I need to heal you, buddy? I'm gonna come off of that tirade, because I'm sure you guys are just like, Saturn, we get it, shut up. You think you're better than everybody. Which is incorrect. If you took that away from this, you're incorrect, and you are required by law to fight me right now. That's how that goes. Don't really feel like fighting these guys, so we are gonna go upstairs. Bazinga! Hate that show. I don't understand people that like The Big Bang Theory. I think I dislike it because I'm a true to form nerd. But Big Bang Theory presents nerds in that, oh, they're super socially awkward. All nerds are super awkward and don't know how to talk to girls. And all they talk about is Star Wars and Star Trek and they... blah, 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 blah. And when I was working at GameStop from 2011 to 2013. So if you guys have never been to a GameStop or an E3, if you're Canadian or something, GameStop has a TV that's always near the counter where the clerks are, and every month, for the whole month, don't freeze me, thank you, every month for the whole month, it plays like 5 commercials, the same 5 commercials. It's like one movie commercial, some television commercial, maybe 2 gaming commercials. There's, I want to say, like a couple of GameStop interviews. But the gist of it is it's less than 10, the number's less than 10, and it's just the same. For 30 days, they do not change that. And for the years that I was working there, it seemed like no matter what month it was, there was always a Big Bang Theory clip. And I'm just like, what on God's green earth is happening in here? And after hearing the same stupid, tired jokes over and over and over, you get really sick of it. And just how, like, people really buy into the fact that that's how nerds are, and I'm just like, no, that's not how nerds are. I know jack and or poop about Star Trek, and I don't care about Star Wars. I think Star Wars is one of the most overrated franchises on the planet, and I will fight all of you right now. I legitimately will. I think Star Wars has some cool concepts. Lightsabers are pretty dope. But other than that, I think Star Wars is pretty damn boring. You know why I think it's boring? Because the fans ruined it. I understand wanting to share your love of something with someone, but Star Wars fans have no concept of moderation. So it's like, you should watch Star Wars, and you're like, okay. But before you can even say, okay, I'll think about it, they're already telling you the whole damn plot. And pop culture is just as guilty, because there's endless references to Darth Vader being Luke's father and all this other crap. So you don't really have that ignorance so that you can go into it blind and enjoy it. Because Star Wars fans are just non-stop about the ins and outs of the universe and why I should like it and blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, for someone that's never seen it, you've made me never want to watch it. I've seen The Phantom Menace, I've seen The Force Awakens, and The Last Jedi. And that was enough Star Wars for me to last my entire life. I don't care about any of the OG movies. Never gonna watch the rest of the prequels. Not gonna watch the whatever Rise of Skywalker or whatever the hell it's called. I just don't care. If you do care, I'm not trying to take that away from you. Love Star Wars. Love it for the both of us, because it'll never get any love from me. Not ever. The episode's over. I just felt like talking about Star Wars a little longer, because I need you guys to understand that I don't care. I care more about One Piece than I care about Star Wars. And I know for a fact I'll never watch One Piece either. Not because I have any weird hatred for One Piece or its fans. There's just too many episodes. I just don't have the time. If I was rich and I didn't have to do anything all day, you can bet your bottom dollar I'd be binging One Piece. It looks like it's a lot of fun. People seem to like it. As it stands, I'm a broke boy. I don't have time to watch One Piece. Sorry, Brandon. Love you, bro. Anywho, if you've been enjoying, I almost said Soul Silver. If you're enjoying the LeafGreen Master Quest and you're looking forward to seeing how it plays in the future, consider leaving a like and subscribe. Both help the channel immensely. If you do subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss out on a notification when content comes up. This was a bit of a ranty episode, and I do apologize for that. I was just kind of felt like pissing people off today, I guess. Just one of those moods. Don't forget to drop a comment below whether I should take the Manectric or the Bay Leaf, because I refuse to choose, because I don't really like Manectric at all. I hate its design, but Bay Leaf could also turn into something terrible, so it's up to you guys. You guys have till Thursday evening around 10 or 11 p.m. Eastern time. So later, everybody.